DJ takes requests
and then throws them in the fucking trash can.
What's up? This is Matt from Bullet from Valance.
Hey, what's up? This is David from the band Disturbed.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Peter from The Flames.
Let me hear from Motorhead. You know that some people get older look.
Hi, this is Vernon Reed from Living Color.
Hey everybody, I'm David Ellison from Megadeth and with Vic Rattlehead from the Wake Up Dead video, who ironically appeared here for the 25th anniversary of the Peace Sells album. He was the one being passed around over the heads of everybody while we were in the cage playing.
Hello, boys and girls. My name is Mike Patton.
You are now about to witness
your DJ for this evening.
Hello. Hit me.
This is a test.
It's serious. It's a dream.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen,
let the rhythm take you.
Yeah. The rhythm.
The music.
The music.
Music. Oh, I love the stuff.
Now, here comes the music.
Are you ready?
Okay, boys, here we go.
This is Planet Chaos.
Welcome back. That was directed towards you.
Oh,
Melissa.
Me? Hi. Hey.
Since you decided not to show up last week.
Because I had to work my other job, right? Excuse me. I had to work my other job earlier today. I'm still here. I made it.
We have 2 back-to-back action-packed shows today.
Oh, shit.
Yes. 6 hours of Planet Chaos today.
Oh, my God.
I hope you got a lot to talk about.
Well, I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, shit.
We watched an awesome documentary last night about the Illuminati.
Yeah, we did. Did you?
Yes. So we're going to be discussing that.
You did. I didn't.
I know.
What the fuck?
And also, I came up with the top 10 greatest classic movie scenes. I'm going to throw that out there today, too.
Okay. Thanks for, including me in on that, too. But,
I'm sure you'll agree with most of them.
Okay.
And,
none of them coming from porn, are they?
No, unfortunately not.
Because I wouldn't know, but you would.
And we got the top 5 greatest songs from films.
Yeah, we do.
I'm glad you amended your list because that original list was shitty.
Oh, I told you it took me 15 minutes when I was on my break to come up with that.
Crazy.
I amended it.
Absolute craziness.
I think I kept 1 or 2 songs.
So, we're going to get this show rolling. Brand new song from Papa Roach off of their upcoming album, which I can't remember what the fuck it's called again.
Wow. You're on the ball.
But brand new Papa Roach. The song's called Still Swingin'. An interesting piece of information I just recently found out.
Yes.
There is a good chance.
What? That you're pregnant?
No.
Oh.
There's a good chance.
Okay.
That Barbara Bush's father.
Okay.
Is Aleister Crowley.
You're so full of shit.
I'm not full of shit.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not full of shit.
Yeah, you are.
Well, even if you look at the woman, she looks like him. She looks like a spitting image of him. I'm telling you.
Oh, okay. I mean, if
you don't believe it?
No. I need to see face comparison. I need to do this. I need to compare. It's kind of creepy.
It's very creepy. Look.
Hold on. Let me get situated here so I can take a better look.
I got a picture pulled up right now, side by side, of Aleister Crowley and Barbara Bush.
The same nose. That's probably about it.
The eyes, the arch of their eyebrows. Same forehead. Same mouth.
Dude, I got the same forehead as that.
Oh no, Alyssa's the Antichrist.
See? Better watch out.
But, I mean, it almost looks like she's the female version of him.
Alright. Sure.
How creepy would that be? The former First Lady, the offspring of Aleister Crowley, the most evil man who ever lived.
Alright.
You're not buying it, are you?
No, I'm not.
Why is that?
I'm not. Because I don't see it, but I just don't see it. But okay. Alright.
Okay. but there is evidence to prove that it's a possibility.
Okay. Wait, what was her maiden last name?
Pierce.
Okay.
Hold up, though. Okay, Pauline Pierce, Barbara Bush's mother, was friends with Aleister Crowley, maybe more than friends. Pauline had a reputation of being a bit on the wild side in the 20s. It's been reported that she and Aleister were in France together around September-October of 1924. Upon return to America and her boyfriend here, Pauline gave birth to Barbara Pierce. Fearing retaliation from James I, the Pierces changed their name from Percy to hide their involvement in the gunpowder plot of 1605, starring Thomas Percy, Robert Catesby, and of course Guy Fawkes, the Fall Guy.
Yeah. So she probably got into a lot of shit back in 1924 with not being married and being pregnant. Just saying.
Hence probably why she married the guy as soon as she got back.
Okay.
I mean, we already know that the Bushes have a dark, twisted past. We all know about Prescott Bush and his involvement with the Nazi Party, and him and J.P. Morgan Jr. having their assets seized by the government and being tried for treason.
That is true.
Okay, so that's George W. Bush's grandfather, Prescott Bush. What if his other grandfather on the other side of the family was Aleister Crowley?
Okay.
It makes a lot of sense for him to be as twisted as he is.
Still.
He gets his fascist beliefs from his Nazi grandfather and his evil ways from his Satanist grandfather.
Okay, well, alright.
Also, I mean, you look at George W. Bush, looks exactly like his dad.
Well, yeah.
Look at Jeb. Jeb looks like a young Aleister Crowley.
Oh my god.
Have you ever seen Jeb Bush?
Not lately.
Yeah.
Not lately. But, I haven't seen him in about a week, so sure.
You got a picture of Jeb Bush pulled up here.
Yeah, no, he looks like his dad. I'm sorry.
No, he doesn't.
There's a resemblance right there, but more weight. He does not. No, I don't see it.
You don't see it. What? You're not buying into any of this, are you?
No, you're gonna have to convince me somehow. Convince me. Convince me.
Pulling up a picture of the young Aleister Crowley now.
Convince me. Oh,
denied.
Just got cockblocked.
Can you see it now?
Kinda, sorta. Alright. I can see it. I can see it.
I mean, if this is true,
well then, if that's true,
imagine that fucking bloodline. They need to be snuffed out.
Well, if that's true, then you can say Robert Downey Jr. is related to Charlie Chaplin, because he did do a Chaplin movie and played Charlie Chaplin, so I guess you can say
He doesn't look that much like him, though.
But I'm just saying. Alright.
Lady Gaga ripped off that Aleister Crowley look.
Whoa, it's Lady Gaga. She can do whatever the fuck she wants. She's making more money than you and I put together. So
she's part of the Illuminati takeover.
Mm-hmm.
She is.
Denying that.
That documentary last night was very interesting, though. You would have gotten some enjoyment out of it.
Whoa! What the fuck?
They talked about Jack Parsons.
Yeah. That was fucked up.
Yeah. I'm going to bring up a little bit about Jack Parsons here to let everyone in on that.
Oh.
The Manhattan Project guy.
Yeah.
Manhattan Project was just all around. That's all I got. Just all around.
There you go.
Kind of looks like Orson Welles a little bit.
Who's an American rocket propulsion researcher at the California Institute of Technology.
He kind of looks like Jeb Bush a little bit.
He was one of the principal founders of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory and the Aerojet Corp. He was also an occultist and one of the first Americans to take a keen interest in the writings of English author and Thalamus founder, Aleister Crowley.
As I'm going to have the FBI come to my house.
In this capacity, he joined and eventually led an American lodge of Crowley's Magic Order, Ordo Templi Orientis, or the OTO.
Aw, it's not the OPP. Okay, continue.
Well, no, the whole baby thing was like the most fucked up about it.
What? What about the whole baby?
He attempted.
They were trying to make a Bajal.
Golem.
Yeah.
Which is a demonic baby made of dead human body parts.
Is that where
I don't know.
Is that how the guy got the idea for J.R.R. Tolkien got the idea for Golem and Lord of the Rings?
Yes.
Oh, is it really?
Yes, that's what a golem is. It's in the Kabbalah.
And then at the end they said something about he claimed that his daughter
the Manhattan Project people confiscated the fetus while it was still in the womb and implanted the fetus in the center of the first atom bomb, which was the Trinity. And
I'm sorry.
boom goes the baby, but yet he claims that the baby lived.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna laugh at it.
It was just a fucked up.
And he also had connections to who we discussed last week on the show, L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of Scientology.
Wait, you guys actually talked last week?
Yeah. But
We talked about
is it?
a bunch of shit.
I'm looking through
You
this.
didn't listen to the show last week, Alyssa?
No, but I heard what you guys did last week in the middle of the show. Surprised you guys talked.
It doesn't really say.
No, I
anything
can't
about
really
the
say
golem.
anything.
It doesn't say anything on here about the
Considering how we
golem.
did an experiment. Which, by the way, did everybody drink the...
No, it got thrown out.
Okay,
The
good.
bottle got thrown out.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, his Wikipedia page doesn't say anything about the golem.
Well, how... It's Wikipedia.
I know.
How can you believe any... Okay.
But they also touched on the whole Tibet thing.
Yeah.
You know.
And how Queen Elizabeth wouldn't see the Dalai Lama, but he saw they had like a big state thing for the leader of China.
Okay. Huh? Alright. Can't see the Dalai Lama, but you can see, you know.
His party leader,
Yeah. That motherfucker.
Why do we have such close ties with China? I don't understand it.
Oh, because of Mitt
I've never
Romney?
understood it. No, it has nothing to do with Mitt Romney. We've always had close ties with China.
yeah.
Even during the Cold War.
And
Even during the Cold War, when it was the communists against, democracy, we still had close ties with China.
It's because we're afraid of them.
We've outsourced I don't know how many jobs to China.
That is true.
All for what?
So we can be in
money and power.
Exactly. It even goes into on the documentary when they were talking about Bohemian Grove and the most powerful people in the world meeting and having these secret rituals in the middle of the woods in California. The heads of every large corporation, people like Ted Turner and Steve Jobs, every powerful politician you could think of. The Bushes, the entire Bush family is part of Bohemian Grove.
Wow. Okay.
It goes to show you, because Alex Jones, you know who Alex Jones is, right? PrisonPlanet.com.
Oh yeah.
He was a well-known right-wing TV personality for a while, and then 9/11 hit. He was the first person to really come out and say something isn't right here. So he was fired from, I can't remember what network. It was probably Fox. Probably Fox, because they're the most conservative network out there. So he started his own website called PrisonPlanet.com, does his own radio/television show off of there. And he's probably, I'd say, one of the most intelligent conspiracy theorists I've ever listened to, and he's a conservative.
Oh,
And
we're smart.
he and I share a lot of the same beliefs, but
Okay.
he and his one cameraman were able to infiltrate a meeting at Bohemian Grove, caught some footage on camera.
Oh, did they catch Jeb Bush walking out?
No, they saw like,
I'm sorry.
and this is what's bizarre. There's like homoerotic artwork like all over the place, and these guys are dressed in like dumb, like these just weird looking robes.
What is this, like Eyes Wide Open
like,
shit?
chanting like satanic chants and shit.
Oh.
You mean Eyes Wide Shut? The Stanley
Yeah,
Kubrick
that
film?
one.
That's what it sounds like.
That, or they had something like that in the Da Vinci Code. Actually, yeah, because the Illuminati was in the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah. Because Freemasonry is all part of the. It stems from the Bavarian Illuminati,
And
just like the OTO and.
Did you know that most of our funeral directors and lawyers and doctors are in the Masons?
Did you know that DC was kind of with how they came up with
the streets?
DC, yeah.
You look at an overhead view of the streets, it's the shape of an owl.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they mentioned like the Washington Monument is 555 feet high, but of course it's got to have a foundation. It's got to be anchored into the ground somehow.
Yeah.
It is 111 feet in the ground. So the total footage of the Washington Monument
is 666
feet. And probably the most obvious one, the Pentagon.
Whoa.
The Pentagon, because if you look at the pentagram, the center of it is a pentagon.
Okay.
Okay? So if you take an aerial view of the Pentagon,
Okay.
what you see around it is a pentagram. With the streets, the way the streets are laid out.
I need a picture of this. I never really paid attention. I mean, I've seen an aerial view of the Pentagon, but never really. Oh man, you're gonna make me rethink of going back visiting DC ever again.
It's scary to think about, the level of brainwashing that our government does to us.
Didn't they say something about the layout's the same as an ancient Egyptian necropolis in DC?
Yeah. Yeah. It's craziness, right?
I mean, it's obviously Egyptian-based with an obelisk.
Well, yeah.
It's a monument.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so.
I need a picture of this.
All right.
Coffee.
There it is, right there.
Okay.
See?
All right.
And the Pentagon's like right in here. It's the Lincoln Memorial there. Yeah, it's scary, that the thought that goes into this. And I actually had read that probably the most obvious one is not Toledo, Sandusky, Ohio.
What about Sandusky, Ohio?
I can't spell Ohio today. For real. Damn. The street layout for Sandusky, Ohio. Freemason symbol.
Where's Walter when you need him?
I was just talking
but
about
he's
him.
part of the Demalaya, though. Well, actually, same thing. Freemason. Same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's a parent.
Alyssa.
I don't want to get into him.
There it is right there. The street layout of Sandusky, Ohio. It's a Freemason symbol. They have more Mason lodges than any other city in the country.
Well, there's one in downtown.
And also...
Yeah, so there's one in San Diego. Okay.
Also,
yeah.
Sandusky has the highest amount of UFO sightings.
That's Ohio.
Okay, because it goes into, the government's cover-up of UFO crashes and landings, and the possibility that our government, the U.S. government, has been a part of, they have been, allies with certain types of humanoid sort of aliens that goes back to even before the secret meetings with Eisenhower and the aliens.
Would you think that there would be more sightings where the arsenal is?
Why?
Because it's so overcast, wouldn't you think?
Why would there be sightings there, though?
I don't know.
There is speculation with the arsenal here near us in Ravenna that the plane that crashed down outside of Pittsburgh on 9/11 was headed for the arsenal, because at that time that's where we were storing the majority of our nukes, or at least it's speculated.
Oh man.
As such, yeah. But my dad had a cousin who worked at the arsenal, and he said like he couldn't talk about what goes on there. You know, it's top secret.
Well, yeah. What do you think they put that there? It's probably one of the most overcast part of the state.
It is.
That's why.
So about the whole Eisenhower thing, it's here it is from this online news magazine called Mail Online. But there's some truth behind it, though. I mean,
okay.
President Eisenhower had 3 secret meetings with aliens, former Pentagon consultant claims. Former American President Dwight D. Eisenhower had 3 secret meetings with aliens, a former U.S. government consultant has claimed. The 34th President of the United States met the extraterrestrials at a remote airbase in New Mexico in 1954, according to lecturer and author Timothy Good. Eisenhower and other FBI officials are said to have organized the showdown with the space creatures by sending out telepathic messages.
Oh my God.
The 2 parties finally met up on 3 separate occasions at the Holloman Air Force Base, and there were many witnesses. Conspiracy theorists have circulated increased rumors in recent months that the meeting between the commander-in-chief and the people from another planet took place. Like, as time has gone on, there has been more evidence and more people that have come out saying, yeah, this really happened.
I saw something on a TV show about that. One of those UFO
Yeah.
shows.
Oh, you watched?
Yeah.
Aliens have made both formal and informal contact with thousands of people throughout the world from all walks of life, he added. Asked why the aliens don't go to somebody important like Barack Obama, he said, well, certainly I can tell you that in 1954, President Eisenhower had 3 encounters set up meetings with aliens which took place at certain Air Force bases, including Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. He added that there were many witnesses. Eisenhower, who was president from 53 to 61, is known to have had a strong belief in life on other planets. And you think about it, okay, we had been working on a space program since the beginning of flight in the early 1900s, and the Roswell crash was said to have happened in 49. This meeting took place in 54.
I for some reason thought the crash happened in 1951, but all right.
Maybe it was 51. Do you know?
I could be wrong. Do you know?
I thought it was 51.
Okay, between 49 and 51.
No. I think it was before 51. Yeah.
Between 49 and 51. We'll just go there, okay? And think about it. It was between 49 and this meeting that took place in 54 that NASA was really kicked into overdrive. Is this a coincidence?
Which, by the way, R.I.P. Neil Armstrong. That's all I gotta say.
Yes, and we're talking about UFOs now, space exploration. And Neil Armstrong just passed away yesterday. Yeah. Actually, Neil Armstrong and I went to the same high school. Did you know that? Yeah. They actually have a huge mural of him in the hallway. Yeah. And right over here, like 5 minutes away from the studio, there's the site of his first flight.
Really?
Yeah, when he was a small boy. Because there was an airport over there.
Oh yeah.
There was an airport over here on the west side. And that's where he had his first flight at.
Oh man.
Crazy, man. Yeah, so Neil Armstrong has very strong ties to this area.
Well, he is from this area, but
we go ahead and name a road after Dave Grohl instead of Neil Armstrong.
Yeah.
I like Dave Grohl. Dave Grohl is a very nice guy.
Sure.
But he wasn't the first man to walk on the moon.
There we go.
He wasn't the first man to walk on the moon.
Sure, he wasn't.
Although he may have been the first man to go from playing drums in a band to being a singer in a different band.
That's true, but
of course Phil Collins was first drummer to go to vocals.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the drummer, Genesis, the lead singer, but yes, Neil Armstrong passed away yesterday. Tragic.
Was it the day before yesterday?
It was 2 p.m. yesterday, right?
Yeah, like 2:42 p.m.
Yeah, something like
How
that.
do I remember that? I didn't tell you.
John Glenn's still alive, though, right?
Yeah.
Isn't he from around too?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, he's from Ohio. I can't remember where.
Isn't he from like Cuyahoga Falls or something?
I have no idea. I don't know. Sure, we'll go.
Okay, back to Eisenhower.
Yes.
Then. The initial meeting is supposed to have taken place with the aliens who were Nordic in appearance, but the agreement was eventually signed with a race called Alien Greys.
What?
According to classified documents released by the Ministry of Defense in 2010, Winston Churchill may have ordered a UFO sighting to be kept secret.
We need crazy hair from ancient aliens.
What?
Crazy hair. Crazy eyes. You never saw that show.
Yeah.
But, okay.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Speaking of Winston Churchill, a lot of people don't know this. Winston Churchill was a good friend of Aleister Crowley's.
Ah.
Okay, now the peace sign that everyone knows today that was originated from Winston Churchill was shown to him by Aleister Crowley. It's not actually a peace sign, it's a V. It's a satanic sign.
I was going to say, Harry, I have to shake my head. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. So,
This is world history that they do not teach you in high school. Kids.
No, they don't.
They do not teach you this shit.
I'm sorry, people, but they do not teach you this shit.
They're not going to teach you about Prescott Bush or Winston Churchill and Aleister Crowley.
Okay, so the V sign. What's that mean again?
I have no idea what it means. It's a satanic symbol, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I can look it up.
yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah, Winston Churchill is sort of where it came from, but it was shown to him by Aleister Crowley.
Come on, Tom.
Winston Churchill had bunkers.
It's a V sign.
That dude.
Are you gonna work, Tom? No.
That dude. No, I can't say much, though. He did a lot of good for England.
Okay, the V sign is a hand gesture in which the index and middle fingers are raised and parted, while the other fingers are clenched. It has various meanings depending on the cultural context and how it's presented. It is most commonly used to represent the letter V as in victory, as a symbol of peace, usually with palm outward, as an offensive gesture, palm inward, and to represent the number 2. It was adopted in the 1960s counterculture movement as a sign for peace. Okay, so victory is what it means.
Okay.
Is an insult.
It's an insult.
It's with the palm out.
Well,
right?
yeah, especially in India for when they do like Bollywood dancing. If you move your hand the wrong way, you can offend somebody. Okay, I can see that. All right.
Steve McQueen gives a British knuckles outward V sign in the closing scene of the 1970s motorsport movie Le Mans.
Well, that's
a
Steve
still
McQueen.
picture of the gesture was recorded by photographer Neil Swandon and has become an iconic image of both McQueen and the film.
Oh.
I never knew about that. I don't think I've ever seen that movie though. Yeah, there's a picture of Rihanna giving it.
Yeah, but
she's a whore. She's the princess of the Illuminati according to her S&M video.
Oh, yeah, that is true.
But she's fucking hot. Here,
She had
crazy hair. You know him.
Oh, that is okay. She had one hiccup named Chris Brown.
But
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah. The hell.
You're not buying into any of this Illuminati crap, are you?
I was at first, but
You know, here's the thing, alright? With anybody who's in the public eye, they have a very different, very separate private life.
well, yeah, no shit.
Okay, you know, like in
No shit.
when I was in LA, I went into a lot of homes and saw a lot of crazy things, okay?
Well, that's
People with
LA for you.
satanic altars, like, in their houses and shit.
Well, that's LA for you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
But it's just crazy to think that some of the most powerful people in the entertainment industry, most powerful people in the government, the people that are, and if you think about it this way, all right, they use religion as the mouthpiece for everything, right?
Yeah.
Like, don't have an abortion. God says it's murder. Dudes, don't sleep with other dudes. That's gay. The Bible says it's wrong. But what it ultimately ends up being is just another form of mind control. They're saying this, but meaning another thing. Okay, they're saying, don't be gay because we want to tell you what to do. And we're going to convince all the fundamentalist Christians to back us.
Yeah.
Right? It's a form of mind control. And in this documentary, it went into, like, it was showing, interviews with, who was the Chinese guy? He was some sort of cabinet member for the, the Secretary of Defense for China or something like that.
So
basically, the equivalent, the equivalent of the Secretary of Defense to China. And then it showed an interview with Barbara Bush, and during these interviews, neither of them blinked whatsoever. The Chinese guy wasn't even looking at the camera or the interviewer. He was just looking away, staring off into dead space.
Okay.
They were saying that he was just programmed to repeat the same message.
Yeah.
It's China. I don't know what to tell you. They're all communists.
Well, yeah.
Of course they're
But what it is, I mean, you think about it, communism is basically inverted fascism.
Yeah, okay.
It's inverted fascism, and what has our government been leaning towards for the last 30 years?
Okay, I was gonna say.
Fascism. It all began with Reagan, who was supposed to be the ultimate conservative.
Reaganomics.
War on drugs.
Just say no. Rapid fire.
Well, there's speculation that drugs in Hollywood are used as a form of mind control.
Don't do drugs, people. Yeah.
If people that don't want to cooperate, they feed them drugs and snuff them out. It's crazy that we tend to overlook the amount of power our government really does have. Exactly. Exactly. It was predicted. It was predicted.
In 1949 when the book came out.
Yeah.
And what happened shortly after that? What happened shortly after that book was published? MK Ultra.
Oh. Yeah.
Government mind control experimentations that we let go on for 20 fucking years. Why would we let something like that go on for so long?
Because we probably didn't know about it at first.
Anytime the government says that they have something top secret going on, you should be suspicious.
Oh, yeah.
You should be suspicious. Because if they're not letting us in on it, maybe we are the experimentation in this top secret project.
Maybe we're just the fools.
The what? The fools? What? Oh. The fuck he said, okay.
But we overlook the amount of power that the government actually does have. Our government could use us as their puppets, which they do.
The puppet's spying on us right now.
It's a possibility. We're online. You never know. But, it seems like since that first election with Reagan, where he ran against Jimmy Carter, that it has been, every election, okay, let's just pick the lesser of the two evils. It's never been this candidate is way better than this candidate. And Republican, Democrat, they're pretty much the same in their policies, just worded differently. The Republicans and the Democrats have been in bed together since the 80s. and we haven't really been paying attention to it. We're just like, oh, okay, he's got a D after his name, let's vote for him. Oh, he's got an R after his name, let's vote for him.
That's what a lot of people do.
Exactly. It's time for Americans to wake up and not let this happen anymore. Our government, when it was established, there was no elitists in this country. There was no rich and poor. Everybody was pretty much equal.
Oh, yeah.
And as time grew on, our government, who was set up for the people, by the people, of the people, became a competition between the elitists. The House of Representatives was established as it was to be a representation of the common man. Okay? It was established in that, okay, if we do become a nation who has aristocrats, they can do the presidency, the Supreme Court, the Senate. But let's leave this, the House of Representatives, with the word representative in it, to be for the common man. It's supposed to represent the people. But what has happened is the House of Representatives has been, overcome by these rich people, these elitists.
How many of them are, your average Joe?
None of them.
That works their ass off like we do.
None of them.
To earn that dollar.
Seriously, none of them have really earned where they're at. And it's sad because we were supposed to be governed by the people, which we haven't been for well over a century now.
That is true.
Now you have all these lawyers who have become career politicians that are now, heading our government.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's got to stop. In order for us to get this country back on track, is the people need to take it over again. Almost like a revolution.
Yeah.
I'm not telling people to, start organizing militias and take over the government. That's not what I mean.
We don't need
but
to do that again.
We need the people to wake the fuck up and see what their government is doing to them.
We already did that. That's how we became a free country that we have right now.
Don't vote for Romney. Don't vote for Obama. Vote for someone like Joe the plumber.
Yeah, really. Vote for the guy that.
Unfortunately, that wouldn't work because the majority of people don't do that.
Well, not only that, a guy like Joe the plumber doesn't have the money to run a campaign that people are going to see.
That is true. That is true.
It's, something's got to happen to change the path that the country is on. And nobody wants to talk about it. People like Alex Jones and David Icke are being persecuted for their beliefs. We are probably one of the last few shows out there that really gives it to people straight.
Yeah.
We don't sugarcoat shit like Fox and CNN and
thank God for that.
The liberal and conservative medias. Of course, we aren't.
You're well.
We aren't told what to do or what to say by the FCC either. Which FCC, another form of mind control, telling us what we can watch on TV, what we can listen to on the radio. I think I sort of had respect for the FCC until probably about 9/11. 9/11 was sort of the downfall of the FCC for me because you had the FCC coming up with the blacklist. It was a list of over 1,000 songs that could not be played on the radio because it would upset people.
Oh,
upset people. Are you fucking kidding me?
Because artistic expression.
It's a week after 9/11. If Bodies by Drowning Pool comes on the radio and it's going to offend you, change the station.
Yeah, really. If that offends you, if rap offends you, change the channel. You don't have to
exactly.
You
don't have to listen to it.
You know what? Don't listen to it. Or turn the radio off. God damn.
I don't get it.
Just turn it off, shit. Nobody's selling it. Listen to it. They're not making money off of you. They're making off of people who do listen to them.
Yeah.
I hate you.
I'm looking for this list now, and I can't find it.
Yeah, I was gonna
But
say.
I'm gonna play some music, and we're gonna look for this list. And yeah, so here's Asking Alexandria with 18 in Light. I found the list of songs that were banned, and it wasn't actually banned by the FCC. It was banned by Clear Channel. It's the 2001 Clear Channel Memorandum. It's a controversial document distributed by Clear Channel Communications shortly after the September 11, 2001 attacks to the more than 1,200 radio stations they owned. The memo contained a long list of what the memo termed lyrically questionable songs.
Lyrically questionable.
During the time immediately following the attacks, many television and radio stations altered normal programming in response to the events, and the rumor spread that Clear Channel and its subsidiaries had established a list of songs with lyrics Clear Channel deemed questionable and that stations might not want to play after the attacks. The list was made public by the independent newsletter Hits Daily Double, which is not affiliated with the Clear Channel. Snopes.com did research on the subject and concluded that the list did exist as a suggestion for radio stations, but noted that it was not an outright ban on the songs in question. The compiled list was the subject of much media attention around the time of its release.
Okay. I'm listening.
What did you say?
Suggestion.
Yeah. The list contains 165 songs, including all songs by Rage Against the Machine, as well as certain songs recorded by multiple artists. For example, Knockin' on Heaven's Door by Bob Dylan and the same song by Guns N' Roses. In some cases, only certain versions of songs were included on the list. For example, the cover of Smooth Criminal by Alien Ant Farm is on the list, while the original Michael Jackson recording is not. Similarly, J. Frank Wilson's version of Last Kiss is included, but not Pearl Jam's cover.
That's weird.
Yes. But, you have songs like Duck and Run by Three Doors Down. Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap by AC/DC. There's like 4 songs here by Alice in Chains, Down in a Hole, Rooster, Sea of Sorrow, and Them Bones. We Gotta Get Out of This Place by The Animals. Walk Like an Egyptian. Sabotage and Sure Shot by the Beastie Boys. Some of these, it's metaphors that are used in the songs, that, not directly about things. Like
ironic on there, because guy got on the plane when he was scared.
Plane crash, yeah. And you have Pat Benatar, Hit Me With Your Best Shot and Love Is a Battlefield, which are both of them comparing love to war.
That's so far-fetched.
Yeah.
They're reaching. They were reaching.
Then
Just
you have songs that reference fire as a metaphor as well, like Burning for You, Smoking by Boston.
That's like ignoring that there's a problem.
Yeah, Doctor My Eyes by Jackson Brown.
Fucking Jackson Brown. Well, he was whatever. Jackson Brown.
Bits and Pieces by the Dave Clark 5. Rock the Casbah by The Clash. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. Bodies by Drowning Pool. I remember that one specifically being on there because I'm like, well, let the bodies hit the floor. Okay, I get it. But some of these are just out there. Bad Day by Fuel. Bad Religion by Godsmack. Benny and the Jets.
Anything that dealt with fire or death or flames.
Yeah, and a lot of them are just used as metaphors too. And this one, like Leonard Skinner, Tuesday's Gone. Yes, September 11th, 2001 was a Tuesday.
It was.
Yeah.
I was in space class.
Barry Maguire, Eve of Destruction is on here.
I was shortly after I started high school.
Yeah, Ironic by Alanis Morissette is on here. Death Blooms by Mudvayne. Run Like Hell by Pink Floyd.
Alright. Sure.
Another one, Bites the Dust. I love it. Like Rage Against the Machine, it says all songs by Rage Against the Machine.
Wait, is it? Yeah, actually, it does say that.
Yeah.
How about that?
Just crazy
Under the
list.
Bridge, really?
Bullet with Butterfly Wings. Okay, Soundgarden, they have Black Hole Sun, Blow Up the Outside World, and Fell on Black Days. However,
I can kind of see Black Hole Sun.
where's Burden in My Hand or Pretty Noose or Jesus Christ Pose? Why aren't those Soundgarden songs on the list? Like, if I was going to ban Soundgarden songs because of 9/11, it would probably Blow Up the Outside World and Pretty Noose.
Every time I hear Jesus Christ, I just want to start saying Superstar and go into that mode. But okay.
Big Bang Baby by Stone Temple Pilots.
What?
Yeah. Chop Suey by System of a Down.
Oh, Fly by Sugar Ray.
Jumper by Third Eye Blind.
Fly by Sugar Ray.
Yeah, that is on there.
I Just Want to Fly.
I don't know.
Might as well jump. Van Halen.
Oh my god.
In the Year 2525 by Zager and Evans. She's Not There by the Zombies. Why is that song on the list? Makes no sense. Once again, government control.
Wait, Sunday Bloody Sunday? That actually, that was actually something else. Something actually happened.
And of all the Tool songs, they have Intolerance. Fire and Rain by James Taylor. Burning Down the House. Talking Heads. Some of these, it's just... They're metaphors, and it's ironic, the inclusion of a lot of
Oh.
these songs. That's what gets me, is just the irony of it. Like who would reach this far as to
yeah.
Who would reach this far as to say, okay, let's ban ironic? You know, because it makes reference to it.
Apparently somebody doesn't like Alanis Morissette or that song in general. What the hell? What the hell?
St. Elmo's Fire is on here. The Night Chicago Died.
Crash Into Me, like
Head Like a Hole.
Seriously?
I'm laughing at the irony of some of these.
American Pie. Seriously?
It says Crash Into Me.
Huh?
Because it says Crash Into Me.
American Pie was
It's
completely...
about voyeurism, though, too.
Yeah, it's about keeping calm.
Yeah.
American Pie? Come on now.
Dead Man's Party. Dead Man's Party. You know, this is the thing. Clear Channel. Like, what is wrong with you?
My mom worked for Clear Channel.
I know.
Well, what the hell?
I actually did an internship at Clear Channel once. Yeah. We'll talk.
Did your mom have anything to do with that?
Did she work for them in 2001?
No shit. No. I don't remember when she got fired. By my friend.
Some of these songs, it's just... Highway to Hell. Hell's Bells. Shot Down in Flames.
Wow.
The Boy from New York City. Why isn't New York, New York from Frank Sinatra on here?
Why is the last living... I don't know. It's retarded. The whole list is retarded.
It's special. It brought the short bus.
MRTV.
Yeah. Or a helmet.
Such
going
bullshit.
to hell for this, but yeah, why not?
But, you know, I don't care what Clear Channel has to say. And I'm actually going to play this next song.
Actually.
And I'm going to dedicate it to Clear Channel and all their bullshit. And this is dedicated to the FCC.
Oh.
This is Disturbed with Another Way to Die. I think I'm done ranting about the government for now.
Yeah.
But as I discussed at the beginning of the show, I have a list here in my hands. Top 10 greatest classic movie scenes.
That's a pretty good list, though.
It
I
is.
was looking at
It's a
it.
good list. I put a lot of thought into this one.
That's a great list.
Now, some people may not agree, but, you know, it's my list and I can put whatever the fuck I want on it. Right?
Well, it's a pretty good list.
So, Alyssa, what do I have at number 10?
Number 10, you have Jason Biggs with Fucking the Pie.
Can't go wrong with a guy fucking a pie.
I don't know why you want your dick to be all sticky like that, though.
Well, why not?
I never hear you complaining.
Ew.
Ew.
Kind of sticky.
Not.
Alright, let me see. Number 9. What's number 9? The execution scene from Reservoir Dogs. One of, for the longest time, I could not listen to Stuck in the Middle because of that.
Yeah, it was a pretty intense scene.
And because of that movie, I just gotta.
And I thought you said you never saw it.
I saw bits and pieces of it.
You told me you've never seen a Quentin Tarantino film.
That is true.
No, you saw Glorious Bastards.
That is true. I did say that. We did go see Glorious Bastards.
Number 8.
So I did lie to you.
We're Not Worthy. From Wayne's World.
Well, yeah, I did.
And it was for me. It was a toss-up between that and Bohemian Rhapsody. But then I'm like, you know what?
Oh, that was pretty epic too.
You know what? Like, We're Not Worthy. Like, how many people do that now? And still to this day do. Like 20 years after the films come out. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're scum. We suck. And Steven Tyler, come on, get up. You're worthy. You're worthy.
Yeah, really.
Classic.
That is
I'd say
true.
better than the Bohemian Rhapsody scene.
Well, I mean,
I quote that movie so much. Like Al Bundy, Ed O'Neill.
yeah.
His one line. Why is it you kill a man in battle and it's heroic? You kill a man in the heat of passion, it's murder. So creepy.
Yeah, it is.
And then of course, She Will Be Mine. Oh yes, She Will Be Mine. Great movie.
Yeah.
People don't give that movie enough credit. That's a classic film. Read number 7.
Number 7. What do we got for number 7? The entire climax from Detroit Rock City.
Such an underrated movie. Have you ever seen Detroit Rock City?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, it's great. Crystal, have you seen Detroit Rock City? Okay.
Yeah.
Great movie, though.
I like that.
Like where the climax sort of begins is when the kid loses his virginity to the girl he's had a crush on in the confession booth at a Catholic church. It goes out, and there's like this huge stage like in the middle of the street. His mom's got a megaphone. She's preaching to the crowd about how Kiss is like, knights in Satan's service. And he gets up there and he grabs the megaphone and just starts like going off on her. And then at the very end, he just looks at her and he says, "And now, give me back my fucking drumsticks." It's fucking epic. Great movie. You can't go wrong with any movie about Kiss, though.
That's true.
Even, I like Kiss Meets Fan of the Park. I do.
Well, wait, there's that episode of Family Guy.
Oh, Kiss Saves Christmas?
Yeah.
I love that.
Number 6. Party scene from Days and Confused.
Oh, yeah. I came here to do 2 things. Drink some beer, kick some ass. Looks like we're almost out of beer.
Why am I not?
Adam Goldberg. I smell reefer. Yeah, I'm smoking pot. Got a problem with it, man?
Okay.
Rory Cochrane is fucking awesome in that movie. Hey, man, the only reason you're getting a shotgun is because I'm not going, man.
Oh, my God. Yeah, Matthew McConaughey.
You know what I like about them high school girls? I keep getting older. They stay the same age. The suicide scene from Thelma and Louise. Yes, I went for something classic here.
Whoa,
Yes.
wait.
The suicide scene where they drive off the cliff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have another classic scene on it, too.
Yeah, I do. Several. I think they're all classic. I really do. In my opinion, it's some of the best movies here. You know?
Well, yeah.
The rumble scene from the outside. It's like if you
That was a good scene.
start with them walking to the rumble, all the way to Dallas's death.
Yeah.
It's just it builds. It's a climax. It builds the whole time, and then they go to the hospital and they see Johnny, and Johnny dies while they're there.
No,
Dallas can't handle it, so he goes and knocks off the liquor store.
Yeah.
Gets chased by the cops and then killed. It's a great movie. It's one of the best.
The book is pretty good.
Oh, Cherry Valance. Oh, things I would do to Diane Lane. The teenage Diane Lane and the mid-40s Diane Lane.
Hey, she looks pretty damn good for her age.
Wasn't she the one in Unbreakable?
Yes, she was.
She was hot in
Diane Lane is very hot. It sucks that her career, she just disappeared between Outsiders and Unfaithful. And she came back and Must Love Dogs was a good movie. John Cusack, Diane Lane.
I didn't see that one either.
Didn't have Janine Garofalo in it too?
No, you're thinking of Cats and Dogs.
Truth About Cats and Dogs.
Yeah.
Oh, Alyssa, you're gonna love this one. Number 3.
Number 3, we got. It goes 2 from 11. Ari from Spinal Tap.
Why not just make 10 louder? It goes to 11. And of course, the final scene from Ghost. No, I did not want to put the Unchained Melody scene because it's just a sappy romantic scene.
Yeah.
This is just it takes a different approach to what happens when you die.
Well, yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah.
I love when the 2 bad guys die in that movie. The demons come and carry them off.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. Then, of course, at number 1, I have the opening sequence from Citizen Kane.
Let me tell you what.
Yes.
Orson Welles knew what the fuck he was doing.
Orson Welles, you know.
He knew what the fuck he was doing.
Can't go wrong with any Orson Welles project.
That is true.
I wish I could have heard that original broadcast of War of the Worlds.
Yeah.
People were losing their damn minds. They actually, there was no intro to the show. It's just like, we interrupt this broadcast for an important message. And here comes Orson Welles talking about aliens invading the planet.
He knew what the hell.
Brilliant man. And then here comes Tom Cruise fucking up some Orson Welles with his take of War of the Worlds.
Yeah. Though, you know what, though?
Have you ever read the original book, War of the Worlds, by H.G. Wells?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta read that. It's awesome.
You know what, though? Yeah, it goes along the lines of remake, though. Will and I went to go see The Day the Earth Stood Still. They actually did a pretty good job of remaking it. That movie actually wasn't that bad. Jennifer Connelly, let me tell you what. She's very pretty. That's what I was going with. Yeah. That's what I was going with. She's very pretty. She can definitely pull off the 40s, 50s kind of look. She kind of could. And Paul Bettany over here, lucky bastard, married her. Like, what the hell? Which, by the way, same girl was in, what was it? Labyrinth? Labyrinth? Yeah. Just saying.
Okay.
Didn't go
all right, going back to what we were talking about a little bit ago with the Clear Channel band.
Yes.
Most of you probably aren't old enough to remember.
Try.
I know you're not. You weren't born yet.
Oh.
The Filthy 15.
The Filthy 15?
The Filthy 15. The PMRC.
What is that?
Tipper Gore, 1980s. Dee Snider, Frank Zappa.
Oh, I've heard about that.
John Denver.
John Denver.
Oh, John Denver.
That man with the Muppets.
Okay, I gotta hand it to John Denver. Do not like the guy's music, but he came to our side. He came out and he said, "There's nothing wrong with this music. Tipper Gore, you're an idiot."
Because she's married to the guy that claims that he invented the internet.
You know what? I did not vote for Al Gore. I voted for George W. Bush because of Tipper Gore's fat ass. She's a dumb cunt.
Oh, you like fat chicks?
Yeah.
I like fat chicks. I just don't like Tipper Gore. She was very pretty in the 80s, though. She was. Well, I will give her that. But anyway, so there was 15 songs that they said were the filthiest, the dirtiest, the worst music that your children could possibly listen to.
Don't let them listen.
Yeah.
Number 1 on the list is one of my favorite songs. Number 1 on the list is Prince, Darling Nikki. And it has it has here on this list too why it was banned, and of course that one's banned for sex. Sheena Easton, Sugar Walls, sex. Judas Priest, Eat Me Alive, sex. Vanity, Strap On Robbie Baby, sex. Motley Crue, Bastard, Violence. AC/DC, Let Me Put My Love Into You, sex. Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It, Violence.
Okay.
Madonna, Dress You Up, sex. Wasp, Animal, Fuck Like a Beast, Sex and Language, Def Leppard, High and Dry, Saturday Night, Drug and Alcohol Use,
Drugs.
Merciful Fate, Into the Coven, Occult, Black Sabbath, Trashed, Drug and Alcohol Use, Mary Jane Girls, In My House, Sex, Venom, Possessed, Occult, and Cyndi Lauper, She-Bop, Sex.
Masturbation, supposedly was what that song was about.
Supposedly, they say when she recorded, she was rubbing one out in the vocal booth while she was singing. Supposedly.
Whatever inspires you.
Yeah, that is true. Whatever inspires you.
Like my whole thing with the PMRC, and I was fairly young when this went on, but I do remember bits and pieces of it. I remember the explicit lyric labels when they first came out and stuff. And what got to me was, I was like, there's stuff that my parents will let me listen to, stuff they won't let me listen to,
Yeah.
And so I thought, like, why can't the parents, listen to the music with their kids and decide,
That's exactly it.
And it
Parents
to
don't
me,
wanna bother.
it's laziness because it's like, the parents now have a label. They go, oh, I don't want my kid listening to this. And, I remember my teen years later on buying a record that had an explicit lyrics label on it and listening to it and reading the lyrics in the lyric booklet and thinking, why is this label here? Seriously.
Most people swear around their kids more than most of the songs that are labeled.
Exactly.
That is true.
Exactly. And, like me, being a musician and a huge music fan, and, I have this radio show, so music is a huge part of my daily life. And London and I listen to music a lot together. He loves music, it's music and cars are his two favorite things other than Scooby-Doo. And
music, cars, and Scooby-Doo.
We do. I mean, what more can you want? Yes, we'll be doing that.
We listen to music a lot together, and he loves a lot of the same stuff that I'm into, and most people would say, why do you let him listen to some of that stuff?
Why not?
Why not, man? It's reality. He's going to learn about this shit someday. I would rather my son learn about sex and violence from me rather than Jersey Shore or, something like he's going to be watching somewhere down the road and I'm not around.
I think it's better to educate your kids and let them know the difference between what's right and what's wrong than to have them try to figure it out on their own by sheltering them.
Exactly.
Sheltering a kid is not going to help them.
Exactly. Like he sings along with some of the stuff. Like he'll sing along with Twisted Sister, We're Not Gonna Take It. He sings along with Bodies by People.
Yeah, he does.
I got videos of him on my Facebook page where he's singing those songs, and I have no problem with it. Maybe that's because I was rebellious younger, and maybe it's because I'm rebellious now. Whatever,
And you know what, though? He's at that age where he doesn't know any better.
He may not understand it now, but if he continues to like that kind of music, he's gonna eventually understand it.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's learning about it now, I think it'll be easier for him to understand it later.
Yeah.
I'm not one of those strict parents that's like, I don't want you listening to that. That's music of the Antichrist. It's like, dude, if you want to listen to Venom, if you want to listen to Cradle of Filth, by all means, go ahead, dude. Like, music is music. If there's something in there that you feel that you can relate to, yeah, dude, go for it. I said this when he was a baby too. And people gave me shit about it. I said I would rather him listen to Marilyn Manson than Lady Gaga because I've listened to Marilyn Manson. I've listened to Lady Gaga. I spent a lot of time my teenage years listening to a lot of Marilyn Manson, and to me, Marilyn Manson's music, it's a lot more educational.
How so?
He talks about religion, politics. It's very educational. Marilyn Manson's
He's a
very educated guy.
Man.
Yeah, he knows what he's talking about.
Read some of his books. Have you ever read any of his book? He's a very smart man.
I'll let you borrow the book. And yeah, you may say, well, the guy's fucked up. Yeah, he's fucked up. We're all fucked up. All of us have something in our past that has made us fucked in the head. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
But I would rather him listen to a song that says, question your government, question your religion, rather than let's get drunk and fuck. Right? Just my opinion, you know? And somebody let him listen to Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO, which I despise it. You know?
Which, you know what, though? I mean, he should listen to all types of music and not just all different genres.
Yeah, he likes the song, and I'm like, it's not what... It's probably the most uneducational music that's ever come out.
Well,
every song of theirs, it's the same thing. Partying, drinking, sex, whatever. Yeah, we all do that, whatever. Not for a 4-year-old. Not for a 4-year-old.
Yeah.
You know, like, to me, Marilyn Manson is better for a 4-year-old than LMFAO or Lady Gaga. You know? He likes Stone Sour, too, the song Say You'll Haunt Me. He loves that song. He loves the drums in that song.
Well,
I have a feeling he's going to be a drummer someday.
He probably will. Probably will.
But, you know, I wouldn't... You know, if he wants to listen to it, I'll let him listen to it. You know, I don't care what it is. But if it's something that I feel is, you know, not good for his impressionable mind, I'll be there listening to it with him. You know, if he has any questions about it, I'll answer those questions. You know, I'm not going to... You know, I'd rather he heard the F word from my radio or my mouth than how I heard the F word for the first time in first grade. You know, in class. First time I heard the F word from one of my classmates. You know, I'd rather he heard it from me.
Yeah.
You know? Just my thoughts on it, you know?
I've heard the F word since I was born from my mother, my grandmother, my grandfather, my aunt.
That's the one word my mother does not like is the F word. I heard every word before that except for that one.
Well, I didn't hear the word cunt until I was like 10.
Cunt? Wow. I heard that one pretty early on.
My mom doesn't like that word.
Now, the thing about kids today is they're a lot smarter than we were when we were their age.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they've had the internet since they were infants. You know, my son, he knows how to go on YouTube and search for videos. You know, he knows how to do Google searches at 4 years old.
You know what?
He can add stuff into his bookmarks on Firefox.
You know what, though? Working where I live at Target, I have parents coming in, and they need to get headphones. That's on their list of school supplies to get.
Yeah.
I didn't have to get headphones for school.
Elementary school teachers now are...
I turned out quite all right.
Elementary school teachers now have their own website, and they have podcast downloads for their students to help them with their homework.
Whatever happened to when we went to school?
Writing notes.
Yeah.
And like what I used to do is I used to take a little tape recorder and record.
Oh yeah, I've heard.
In case there was anything I missed while I was taking notes.
Yeah, I've heard people doing that.
Yeah, we used to do that. What's a tape recorder? You guys had those back then? What is that?
I've heard people doing that.
Yeah, I used to tape record teachers' lectures.
I've heard people do that, and I think I've seen it a couple times when I was at YSU.
I'm sure some of the listeners are shocked.
Well, I paid attention too, but
I'm sure the listeners are probably shocked that I went to school. Like, what? Really? You went to school? I figured you were a dropout. No, I went to school, did college, did all that shit.
I'm a college dropout.
I went to college, graduated, can't find shit.
Alyssa's a beauty school dropout. Beauty school dropout.
Yeah, I had friends.
No graduation day for you.
I am. We all know I
Why did you just go to Greece?
She said dropout. That was
she did.
Frankie Avalon. Yeah, you know.
Whatever.
Isn't Frankie Avalon gay now?
I don't know, probably.
He was banging a Net Funicello. How does that turn you gay?
I don't know.
Scott Baio's gay too.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, he is.
Since when? Yesterday?
Always.
Okay.
Well, you don't turn gay.
That is true.
Well, I don't know.
Turn gay.
I don't know. Some people have.
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Having a gay lifestyle and being gay are two completely different things.
Okay, Scott Baio has a very gay lifestyle.
Doesn't mean he's gay.
Good old Chachi. Good old Chachi.
Yeah. That is true.
Are you getting annoyed yet?
Who, me? No, not yet.
You ever watch TV show Taxi?
What? Not even an episode? Not even an
Did you guys
episode.
ever watch TV show Taxi?
Yeah.
Tony Danza,
Yeah. I've seen a couple
Christopher
episodes.
Lloyd.
Way before
Oh, I can't remember his name again. Remember the other night we were talking about Taxi? I couldn't.
Jeff Conway?
No.
Andy Warhol? No.
Judd.
Oh.
Fuck. What's his name?
Not Judd Nelson. But,
No. Older guy.
Hirsch. Right?
Judd Hirsch.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito. And Crazy Eyes chick from When a Stranger Calls. That was her name.
Shelley Duvall.
No.
No.
It's not Shelley Duvall.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
your hair in fake tail.
I don't have another thing to put up.
One fake tail.
Yes. I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of her name.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, Taxi. Good
Fake
show.
one over there.
I don't really have anything else to say about Taxi. I just like the show. Thought I'd bring it up.
You know what though? Quantum Leap was a good show.
So was MASH. MASH was the greatest show ever.
Find the fox. Where's the fox?
Alyssa's all bent over. I don't know what's going on right now.
What?
I have no idea what's going
Oh,
on.
whatever.
This is what it's like on Planet Chaos.
Chaotic? It's always been like this.
We're going to take a brief commercial break and then we'll be back. Alyssa,
What?
why don't you tell us about this new guy you're seeing? That's right, I'm calling you out on the air.
The what?
Yeah, tell us about this new guy you're
This
seeing.
new guy?
Yeah.
What do you want to know? What do you want to know?
What's going on with this?
Oh, do you want to? Oh, well, if you're gonna be calling me out on it, why don't you tell us about the new girl you're seeing?
We don't talk about my personal life.
Then why are we talking about mine?
Because we can.
Really?
Yeah.
Why me? Why me?
She looks mad. I'm just letting everyone know that right now. She looks mad that I'm talking about this on the air.
Wait a minute. If we're talking about my personal life on air, then we gotta talk about yours on air.
No.
So why don't you tell us about the new girl you're seeing?
We don't do that.
Well, then we're not doing that with me either.
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not. No.
Why do you look so mad about it? Like, you're pissed that I'm talking about
Dude,
this.
if I was pissed, I'd be quiet right now. You've seen me pissed, so you know I'd be quiet right now.
So tell us about it.
What the fuck do you want to know about him?
We want to know what's going on here. Like, are you guys dating? Are you guys serious? Are you guys talking about marriage? Are you guys in love?
I'm not talking about marriage.
What does he look like? Tell me what he looks like.
For real?
Yes. Tell everybody. Everybody's interested to know what's going on in Alyssa's personal life.
Whoa. Oh. Hold up. Hold up.
Hold up what?
What? Why do you want to know about my personal life?
Everybody wants to know.
Everybody.
What does this guy look like?
Does he look like?
Is he listening to the show right now?
Yes, he is.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That's why she's being all quiet. That's why she doesn't want to talk about it.
He is listening.
He's listening. That's why.
Whoa. Sorry. Well, fine. Then all I have to say, because I'm pretty sure he is listening right now. All I have to say is whoop whoop, because I know he'll know what I'm talking. When I know I'll get a text from him just by saying that. I'm pretty sure I will.
Sorry about the loud noise.
What the hell? She's interrupting.
It happens. So okay, what are you gonna get a text about?
Huh?
So you're gonna get a text from him about what?
Me saying whoop whoop. I bet you I will.
What the hell is that?
No,
Apparently.
it's not. It's not. Because apparently...
Well, if we're not in on it, then we're not
No, because apparently I said something about it, not last week, but the week before episode about how ICP is a new hybrid group in the FBI because they're gangbangers. Yes, he listens to ICP. Hey, you know what? I don't knock him for it.
That was an epic face palm, since you can't see it.
Listen, we don't knock each other for the music we listen to, so...
We don't?
Ska.
That's because it's ska!
It's awesome.
No!
It's awesome.
So he's a juggalo, alright.
Yeah, I'll excuse it.
No, I know I've told my story about the ICP show that I had to review.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody told me that they spray everybody with Faygo.
They do. So I've heard that it's Diet Faygo because I don't remember.
It's less sticky or something.
Yeah, plus I think it gives off more of a spray every time you shake it up. I was explained to why Diet Faygo. I don't exactly remember what it was though, but I was explained to why it was Diet.
I never understood the draw to their music. Well, I mean, I can understand liking an artist that I don't care for. I don't understand the obsession that their fans have with them. That's what I never understood.
They said, I don't knock it. He doesn't knock me for the music I listen to, so.
It's like with the Deadheads, I don't understand that either. You know,
The Deadheads. Oh.
I'm a Slipknot fan, but I don't identify myself as a maggot like some of their fans do. You know,
Wow.
And I don't get all obsessed with them like.
Whoa.
Like some artists have those obsessive fans, you know.
Yeah.
Tori Amos has obsessive fans.
Well, you gotta fuck with Tori Amos.
She sucks.
She does not.
She sucks.
She doesn't suck. She's not the best, but she doesn't suck.
Oh, she's far from the best. With lyrics like Cornflake Girl and Caught a Light Sneeze, how could you respect her?
I don't really like either of those songs, though.
This is the only song anybody knows by her. How about this? Did anybody know she was in a new wave band before she became a solo artist?
Was she?
Yeah, it was called Why Can't Tori Read? It was spelled all funky, too.
Were they popular?
No, they were not. It's Tori Amos. Of course it wasn't popular.
Damn her for making those commercials for the abused animals.
That was definitely Sarah McLachlan.
Sorry.
She is popular.
Sarah McLachlan?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
My mom loved
Why Can't Tori Read was a 1980s synth pop band fronted by singer-songwriter Tori Amos. The band released one album, also called Why Can't Tori Read, which was largely unsuccessful. Atlantic Records abandoned promoting the record completely after only 2 months of release. The band originally consisted of Amos, Steve Canton, Matt Sorum, later of Guns N' Roses, and bassist Brad Cobb. The band worked with record producer Joe Ciccarelli and Kim Bullard, later of Kajagoogoo. The name comes from an incident in Amos's childhood where she was asked to leave the Peabody Conservatory because she refused to read sheet music.
And Why Can't Tori Read is spelled the letter Y, K-A-N-T.
Yep.
And Read is spelled correctly.
It's, why does Tori Amos exist? Because lesbians need something to listen to, right?
We have Indigo Girls and Lifts at Everidge.
Oh, once again, crappy music. Fucking Lilith Fair shit. Alright, but back to Alyssa. Alyssa's like trying to get me sidetracked there. I'm not talking about this new boyfriend of hers.
Wow.
So why do you have your hair in pigtails, Alyssa?
Why do you have your hair in
Because
pigtails?
I want him to be in pigtails. That's why. That's why. Am I not allowed to have my hair in pigtails?
Does he need handlebars tonight?
No.
Have you had sex with this guy?
Yes. Uh-oh. I have a feeling I know what. Oh no. I have a feeling I know what one of the questions is going to be. That this one over here is going to ask me. What's that?
I'm not going to ask anything like that on the air.
We're already talking about my personal life.
I'm not going to ask any more questions about it. How's that?
Not about that? Yes.
Why is your hair in pigtails?
Because I honestly want them in pigtails. I don't know why it's so hard for you to believe
You look
that.
like Pippi Longstocking.
I like pigtails. I think pigtails are cute. I like pigtails sometimes.
Handlebars. That's what they are.
So,
It's like a tramp stamps at Target.
whatever.
At least
I have a tramp stamp.
I do.
I don't have one. I don't have a tramp stamp.
I like my tramp stamp.
Okay.
I got it before I was a tramp.
So, does he have any Hatchet Man tattoos?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Oh.
I mean, whatever floats his boat.
Yeah, that is true.
Is he on the FBI watch list for being a juggalo?
Yes, he is. Apparently, since juggalos are a new hybrid of gangs, been on the FBI watch list for a year. Because apparently he's a gangbanger.
Yeah, I don't do gangbangs. I like my sex one-on-one.
Oh, really?
No, I don't.
That's all I gotta say.
I'm a rock musician. Of course I don't like my sex one-on-one.
Why are you trying to lie?
I'll be lying. I'll lie.
Now I kind of wish I had Porno Star by Buck Cherry to play.
Well, you don't. You don't.
Alyssa, do you have your top 5 list?
Yes, I do.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Do I get to make fun of you?
Let me take a look at it, 'cause I don't think you all since I updated it. Let me see what I have on there. You might with, like, one song.
Uh-oh.
Maybe two.
Since we're doing 2 episodes tonight, we're going to play a song, and then we're going to come back for the top 5 list. Let's do that.
Okay.
Since this show is like, we got a little less than an hour to go.
Yeah.
We'll do that. We're going to play some Mudvayne. The song's called Happy. We are back.
Oh, man.
Alyssa,
Yes.
top 5.
Okay. Hold
Your top 5 songs from films.
Okay. I've got... Oh, my God. I have Adam Sandler's Want to Grow Old With You. Heck yeah, from The Wedding Singer. I love that song. Number 4. Oh, hold up. I gotta get my list out because I need to do this. Okay, number 4 got Ghostbusters. This is terrible, I know. Come on now. Come here, Ghostbusters. You gotta sing along to it. I mean, come on now. Number 3, I have Hero from Spider-Man. Oh, whatever. Don't...
Chad Kroger.
That's why it's number 3.
We're going to make fun of him here in a few minutes, so
That's why it's
continue.
number 2, I have Hedwig's theme. It's actually the theme song from Harry Potter that everybody hears, and that's the actual name for it. And Low Rider.
Dazed and Confused.
Yeah. And there was actually a movie with Jack Nicholson and Henry Fonda. I think I could be completely wrong, but there was an actual movie.
You mean Easy Rider?
Yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah.
All right. I got number 5, Alice in Chains Wood from Singles. I have Steppenwolf, Born to Be Wild from Easy Rider. Number 3, Adam Sandler, Real Love from Poor People.
Okay.
Number 2, Stone Sour, Bother from Spider-Man. Number 1, I have Iggy Pop, Lust for Life from Trainspotting.
Really?
It's a good movie.
I never saw it.
But, okay,
Yeah.
let's talk about Chad Kroger here.
Yes.
It
Oh,
just
getting
came out this
engaged
week.
after, like, what, 6 months?
He's
What the fuck is that?
he's marrying Avril Lavigne, of all people. These crazy Canadians gotta be shacking up.
Yes.
Kind of like Alanis Morissette and Dave Coulier.
Yeah, but, you know...
Or Avril Lavigne and the dude from Sum 41.
I was going to say something about how there was a 10-year age difference between them. I can't talk shit because I've dated older. But, still.
Giving us a chance to write jokes about him anymore.
They do it
They're
for us.
giving us the punchlines.
They do it for us.
Chad Kroeger and Avril Lavigne. How did they even meet? And isn't he like old enough to be her dad?
Pretty much. They met because I guess he worked with her on a song or something of hers. That's how they met.
They really?
I think I could be wrong about that.
Did you ever hear about the story about Steel Panther and Chad Kroeger?
No, why? What happened?
Steel Panther asked Chad Kroeger to do guest vocals on a song in their new album.
Okay.
And afterwards, they got asked, why'd you guys want to do a song with Chad Kroeger? They said, well, we wanted to teach him how metal's supposed to sound.
Wow. Well, it'd be helpful. Oh,
well,
never mind.
You know, he said in an interview a while back that Nickelback is the last true metal band left.
Oh.
Yeah. Chad Kroeger is 37 years old. Shit, he's almost old enough to be my dad. No, I'm joking.
Wow.
She's 27.
Okay, she's
so
like a year older than me. Alright.
There's a 10-year age difference there?
Yeah. Yeah, a little creepy though. Marrying, I'm 26. That's right. I went out there.
I recently dated a girl that was 12 years younger than me.
Yeah, that's true. You did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that'd be creepy for me. Yeah, I know I just said I've dated older, but that's a little creepy for me to get engaged to somebody.
And Avril Lavigne hasn't had a hit in like 10 years.
But you know what, though? There are people who marry other people, marry each other, and there's a 20-year age difference, and they're in love.
I think the last song of hers I even heard was that Skater Boy song.
That was, oh my.
10 years ago.
Years ago. She's had songs out.
Derek Whibley, that's his name.
Yeah, that kid.
Yeah.
That dude.
I don't know. But seriously, Avril Lavigne and Chad Kroeger.
He's not even that cute. That good looking.
He's got a horse face. Wow, she's put out albums since then. She had one in 04, one in 07, and one last year.
Yeah, she's like, I didn't even know she put out an album last year.
I didn't know she put out anything after that first album.
Oh!
I thought she just sort of fell off the radar.
The one before it.
She must not have had any hits off any of those albums.
Hey, you little girlfriend. That one.
What?
Yeah, she had this girlfriend song. Yeah.
It was really annoying.
I listen to real music.
I'm sure you do.
I don't listen to that whiny, teeny bopper, bubblegum crap.
Yeah.
You know, and it pissed me off when she came out. Everyone's like, oh, she's a punk chick, and she's really hot. There's nothing punk about her.
Yeah.
She's like another Britney Spears. You know, it's bubblegum music.
That is true.
It's music for tweens. What was the name of that song?
Girlfriend, I think it was. Yeah, right there. Girlfriend. Yeah.
Never heard it before.
That.
It's really annoying.
Well, her face is really annoying.
Her face is pretty.
Yeah.
No.
It's pretty.
She didn't have a butt either. Is this it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's annoying enough to get
Yeah, this is bubblegum music. There's nothing punk about this. Like, if she wears pink and black, she's considered punk? That's not punk. Crap. This sounds like Taylor Swift with no twang.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is terrible. People listen to this shit?
Yeah.
She's like so whatever. Yeah, it's like that Valley Girl song. Frank Zappa, Moon Zappa. This is awful. Why do people listen to this shit?
I don't know. It was really popular for a while.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just gonna let everyone know that is not music. That is not music.
Well,
I don't know what that is.
So.
Huh?
Some people it is.
It's not music.
Some people it is.
You know what? I respect anyone who can get up on stage.
Yeah, me too.
Because I don't have the balls to do that.
All I have to say is, I ain't gonna knock on her if she's making more money than I am.
Okay, what was it we talked about last week, though?
Yeah, what was it?
Like, about songwriting, you know, how I don't respect these young teen artists these days that don't write any of their own music.
Yeah.
If it takes a team of 15 songwriters for Britney Spears to make a hit, why is she more popular than, someone like, 6 a.m., where, every song was written by one guy? Right?
Yeah, because people don't care about artistry. They care about being entertained.
Yeah.
It's not entertaining. See, here's the thing. People don't listen to the lyrics. Hell, they don't even listen to the keyboard hook or the beat anymore. It's all about how much can I shake my ass to this shit.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's not about even presentation anymore. And, that's just the women. The guys, they're like, okay, I'm only going to listen to this if I can beat off to the music video. Hence why Lady Gaga's Telephone song was so popular. Because it had a fap-worthy music video.
Fap-worthy?
Yes, that's right. It's fap-worthy. And I personally don't find Lady Gaga the slightest bit attractive. But I've heard so many guys go, oh man, she is so hot.
Oh, she's hot.
She looks like a damn drag queen.
She's probably very pretty without all that makeup on.
She is pretty without all the makeup on.
She probably is. She's super talented. I mean, I'll give her that because
she's not talented.
Every time I'll put it like this, she sounds a lot better than I do with the piano.
Okay,
just my
you know
voice.
what creates the
I'll give her
illusion?
that.
The illusion of Lady Gaga being so talented?
What?
The fact that she hires the best producers in the industry. That's what makes the illusion that she's so talented.
She can play the piano a lot better than I do. Can sing a lot better than I do.
Rumor has it she doesn't even play the piano. Although I have actually seen her old band, the Stephanie Germanotta band, and the piano was awful.
Why? Because you weren't playing it?
It was terrible. She can't play piano. And did you guys hear the latest about Britney Spears?
What about Britney Spears?
Apparently she did some special on HBO.
Okay.
Recently. It was a live concert thing. And everybody has pretty much known for years, a lot of these young pop artists don't actually sing at their concerts. They lip sync.
A while ago when she got in trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like, she was lip syncing. Oh,
but at least it was her voice that she was lip syncing to.
And you could hear, because they forgot to mute the mic, because they keep the mic to where she could talk in between songs. So they unmute it in between songs. They forgot to mute it so you could hear her kind of lip syncing, like singing a little bit, like they made a big deal about it.
At least
it's like, no shit, of course she lip syncs.
At least she's lip syncing to her own voice.
It takes a lot of talented people and a lot of machinery to make her sound good in the studio. There's no way she sounds like that in person, and it's sad because she really can't sing all that well to begin with.
Yeah, well, apparently Mickey Mouse wanted her. She had a record deal, and well, no wonder she went up crazy and shaved her head.
She had a record deal because she wore a fucking schoolgirl's skirt.
Well, shit, I should have had a record deal like...
It's the only reason she was famous.
12 years ago.
And she's not even that attractive either.
Just saying. She had a record deal 12 years ago.
She's a blonde chick with big tits who wore a schoolgirl uniform and she got popular because of it.
Yeah.
She's not talented.
Wow.
It's like, Lady Gaga struggled for so long to make it big, and then she found the gimmick that worked for her. You know?
Yeah.
She catered to the homos.
Well, she's making more money than I ever will. Once I win the lottery. And I'll probably have more money than she does.
Yeah, she sucks though. Money doesn't equal talent. Selling records doesn't equal talent. You know, and it's not even about who's good and who's not anymore. It's about, you know, who has the best presentation and who has the most promotions behind them.
Yeah, what?
You know, we don't decide what's good. You know, the record labels decides for us what's good.
Elton John's pretty good, but he's got all those.
But he also came at a time when, you know, it was all about who was actually good and who wasn't.
Yeah.
You know, pop music has changed so much over the last 15 years.
That's true.
You know, and it all sort of started with the teen pop explosion at the end of the 90s.
I will admit that I was a teeny bopper in the sense of.
Did you listen to the Backdoor Girls?
Yes. They're my favorite.
Instinct.
Yeah. I did see NSYNC twice.
98 Homos.
No, I didn't like them. I did like NSYNC, not as much as
there was actually a boy band from Youngstown that had one hit. They were called Youngstown.
Yeah.
The Inspector Gadget thing.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I did see NSYNC twice. Second time was only because my sister. Because at the time Jordan Knight was coming out with the solo album and she wanted to see him. So,
oh yeah, Jordan Knight, the fucking song. I can never remember the name of it. I just called it the fucking song because that's what it was about.
She wanted to go see Jordan Knight because because New Kids on the Block were really big when she was younger. So she was a huge New Kids on the Block fan and she wanted to go see them. That's why I got to see them.
New Kids on the Cock. I remember those guys.
Well, that was
all the girls my age were into Joey McIntyre.
Yeah, my sister was too. She even got a Joey doll.
Oh.
She had a Joey doll, and I think it came with the stage too.
Wow.
If I'm remembering correctly.
Debbie Gibson and Tiffany the Mall Queen.
She really wasn't a Debbie Gibson or Tiffany, but I remember her really being into New Kids on the Block. I remember getting the Joey doll. Don't leave me, Kyle. Yeah, I know, with the high pitched.
He was like, what, 10 when they came out? Something like that, yeah. All this talk of crappy music makes me want to hear something good, so we're going to play some music. Saliva?
Sure.
Saliva.
Let's just live.
Family reunion.
I win here and I win there.
Well, obviously we have a rapist in Lincoln Park. He's climbing in your windows. He's snatching your people up. So you need hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, and hide your wife, and hide your husband, 'cause they raping everybody out there.
It's time to say goodbye, goodbye. It's sad, but time's the reason why we must bid farewell for a day or two. So till you come back again, think of us now and then. Think of us a little bit, 'cause we'll be thinking of you. He has gone so very fast, but as they say, what's past is past, and we are looking should be saying today. Time is something we cannot borrow. We'll count the hours till Monday's show, and there's one thing you must know. Believe every word we say is true, so true. For no one else can take your places. We'll remember all your faces. Think of us a little bit, 'cause we'll be thinking of you.
So till we meet again, be good, do all you can that's right, and we'll be back to see you same time on Monday night. Good night.
We'll be thinking of you, dear children. Trust me.
This concludes our radio broadcast for this evening. From all of us at Planet Chaos to all of you out there, have a good night.